Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you this. This is a huge dangle charm, and I was looking at some videos on YouTube and I came across a channel that's Ana Llanes, and she'd made this massive charm that was just all buttons, hundreds of buttons, and I thought, well, I've got a big box of buttons, so I thought I'd have a go at one of these. But I didn't just want to use buttons, so I went for beads and a bit of bling, and there's all sorts on here. It's incredibly heavy, but there's a lot of sort of vintage buttons. So I started with some dark chain so that it hid behind the buttons themselves, and I think there's 5 lengths of chain on here, plus I've got 2 lengths of just linked black beads with a teardrop charm on the end. But there's the buttons that I chose to use have all got the shanks on the back, and to attach them to the chains I actually made my own jump rings from this, which is, as you can see, I think is 31p, and it's really strong. And I got this from a florist supplier, so I made my own jump rings to attach the buttons to the chains. So if I start from this one, you've got on the end, so I could put the beads on the end, I actually put a button on the end of the bead, thread the wire through, and then looped it onto the first ring, and then from then just literally just fed each button and bead onto the chain as I went along, and found it strangely therapeutic actually. But it's not as big as Anna's one, I don't think, but it is huge and it's heavy, and so I just found it a really therapeutic thing to do. So there's one for our doodle with all the buttons. So there's so much on here, you could sit and look at it for ages and find different things. There's different types of buttons, there's, you know, different teardrop beads, there's bulb beads, there's decorative ones, there's a big amber teardrop on the bottom, as I say, the red one's on there, and there's a bit of sparkly stuff somewhere if I can find it. And we got a bit of bling as well. So I made that one on a really glittery, sparkly bead. So I made that one, and then I thought, well, that's a big, chunky, heavy one. So I then thought, well, it's sort of coming up to Valentine's Day, so I made a pretty one. There's no buttons on this. This is just purely a beaded dangle. But I had some lilac chain, so I've just picked out pinks and reds and silvers, and there's a heart on the end of each chain. You've got a different heart, and this one's just all acrylic, so it's very, very light, but it's also very sparkly. So I just thought I'd share those with you. I'll leave a link to Anna's channel below, and go and have a look at the one that she did. To say, it's absolutely huge, and there are hundreds of buttons on it. So that's about it really. So thank you for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.